vector. Generally, for a scalar is nothing but a numbers. There is no special notation, right, Nana? There is no any other special notation. But for scalars, it was a new topic. New notation is required. For that purpose, definitely in so many books, definitely you will get some thick letter like this. In all the books, either thick letter A or like this, A bar. We can call it as, you have to be write, you have to be draw arrow mark over the letter A bar. Over the letter, you have to be write, draw this arrow mark A bar. This is also called as A bar or vector A. Vector A. If you get any in the books, then vector you have to be treated as vector A. Or directly you can write, you can read A bar. A bar. Right? Or this is also there, Nana. In some books like this also there. A cap. A cap. Right? This is the notation. And in the diagrammatic representation like this, Nana. This is a vector. In the diagrammatic representation, this is a vector. Let it be vector A. Either you call it as vector A or A bar. Any one from those two. Vector A or A bar. That's it. So we can call it as head. Head, general. Head. This is called tail. Head, tail. Right, Nana? Head, tail. This is a tail part, this is a head part. Always this shows the direction. It is going in which direction? In that way only. Suppose this is a bar vector. This is A vector, vector A, and let it be vector B. A bar and a B bar. These two are like this. Just I joined those two. What is the A bar plus B bar? I want to calculate A bar plus B bar. I want to calculate A bar plus B bar. For that purpose, simply I want to join yes vector law of addition. First of all, we have to go through the we have to learn we must learn the vector law of addition. That is simply you must place the, if you want to add A bar and B bar, then first you have to be place A bar and then B bar. Vector B. The tail of the vector B is placed at the end of the head of the vector A. End of the head of the vector A like this. And then if you join the tail of the first vector and the head of the second vector like this, then this is the resultant of this A bar and B bar. Resultant of these two vectors. Let it be A bar plus B bar, Nana. Yes, this is a bar vector, this is a B bar vector. Simply A vector A, vector B, or A bar, B bar. Then these two vectors I am adding vector law of addition. Just I am saying only vector law of addition. Just this is called also triangle law of addition of vectors. Right, Nana? Suppose if I add these two vectors, if I want to add vector A and vector B, first you have to be placed a vector A like this, and tail of the vector B is placed at the end of the head of the vector A like this. And if you join the tail of the first vector and the head of the second vector, then that should be a sum of these two vectors. Right, Nana? A bar and B bar, sum of these two vectors, A bar and B bar, Nana. So this is the main advantage of the graphical representation. This is the main thing inside under the graphical representation or notation of the vectors, Nana. Right? And why we are discussing vectors? Vectors are from starting onwards. Vectors are very important. Vectors are very important methods and they are by using this method you are getting easy calculations. Why you are saying like that, sir? For because simply by doing the vectors we have some important laws. By learning all those laws, simply you can use these vectors in very some critical problems also, right? It is giving both direction and magnitude at a time, right? Nana? So a bar I am saying nana, a bar b bar a bar b bar c bar d bar, like that I am saying nana. You can use small letters also. If you write a arrow mark over the letter, then that should be a vector. Or if you write that a thick letter, then that should be a vector. This is a vector. A bar is nothing but both magnitude and direction included in this. Suppose if you want to write magnitude, modulus is nothing but a magnitude, only magnitude. It gives only magnitude. Or in some books, just like this, in normal way. So this is also the notation for magnitude. Magnitude. This is both magnitude and direction. For a B bar, can anyone say? Magnitude of B bar or B. Magnitude of B bar or B. Like that, you have to be identified in any discussion. Right, Nana? Yes. This is over. A bar is nothing but a bar. I am considering one vector. A bar is nothing but it gives, just now we have discussed, we have three different types of motions under the kinematics. First one is one-dimensional motion. Second one is two-dimensional motion. Third is, tell me Nana, three-dimensional motion. At the beginning of my classes, I given in the introduction classes, 1D motion is nothing but it can move along a positive x direction, or move along a negative x direction, or it can move along positive y direction, or it can move along negative y direction, or it can move along positive z direction, or it can move along negative z direction. There are 6 different possibilities are there for 1D motion. 2D motion nothing but it can move along along xy, yz, zx, x, y, y, z, zx. So there are different there also there are different possibilities. 3-dimensional is nothing but it is moving at a time. It is moving in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. 3 different directions. X, y, z. It is moving along x, y, z, x, y, z, x, y, z. So at a time it is moving 3 different directions. At here 2 different possibilities are there. In this at everywhere, not only 2, at everywhere 6 possibilities are there. So in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, x, y, z, 3 different directions it can move. The best example for 1D motion, can anyone say? I told you, Rana. The best example for one ant, right? Very good. I given in the notes also. Ant is moving, traveling from the through the thread, which was tied between opposite walls. Yes, to opposite walls of the room. Right, Nana? To opposite walls of the room.
Sir, video off.
Yes. Sorry is calling. I'm getting. Sorry is calling. That's why video off. Right now, it is settled. Yes. Then after that, 2-dimensional motion. But best example for 2-dimensional motion. The best example for 2-dimensional motion is what, Nana? Motion of the ant only on the blackboard.
The board.
Yes, and the board, whiteboard it is. On the day I given a blackboard, it is a whiteboard, Nana. Yes, on the whiteboard it is moving. So that is a 2-dimensional example. And next, 3-dimensional.
Mosquito.
Mosquito, bee, right? Fly. All those things moving in the inside the room. Right, Nana? That is the best example for 3-dimensional motion. Right? So all these are expressed in single letter. 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. By seeing that vector, you can say yes, it is moving in one dimension. It is in one dimensional motion. It is in two dimensional motion. It is in one dimensional motion and it is moving along a positive x-axis or positive y-axis or positive z-axis or negative x-axis or negative y-axis or negative z-axis. Right, Nana?